Yeah, um, I am super sleepy, but I wanted to try and describe this while I could. The last couple of days, my dreams have been really fractured and disjointed, and today I just woke up from one that was kind of fractured and disjointed, but narratively quite strong. Um, Furthest back, I remember the sort of start of everything. I was taking a. Oh god, it's already slipping away a bit. Taking a trip to school, recurring theme. Um, oh god. I'll try and describe what I can before I fall back asleep. Uh, yeah, trip to school. Maybe it's the end of term or something. There are only a few people there. It wasn't really a full lesson or anything. And uh, I had a card for this other this guy who I guess you call it a kid at this point. If I'm not sure if I was a kid as well, but I certainly was part of the school um, uh, students. Um, I got something weird on my emojis. Don't know what that is. It's annoying. Um, Anyways, it turned out it was this kid's birthday, I think, and I had a card. Well, I knew that my oh god, this sounds like it must have been from 20 years ago, like when I was actually a child. Um, More than that now, jeez. I knew my mum had packed a present for this guy, and for some reason my dad was there with me, and he was writing something extra on the card, like he just fished it out of my um, backpack and was adding some stuff. Um, I gave him the card, and uh, it was pretty dismissive and sort of disinterested and not grateful or whatever. Said, no, it's uh, just sort of mentioned how cheap the card was. And so I tried to fish out the gift from my backpack and I couldn't find it anywhere. Um, so it's not exactly that I went home, but I sort of mm, don't know exactly what happened. That I expressed to my mum, who wasn't at school, that the present wasn't there, Oh god, and then these other kids in this class, they sorted a bottle of like cherry liqueur that I had in my backpack. And I, while I was distracted by this present thing, one of them, one of the other kids, uh, started writing their name on it. That's weird. I just realised there's a few similar themes from other parts of this dream. Oh god, this dream goes on for so long. And I don't know if I can describe any of it. It's all just drifting away. Okay, so long story short, what happened was I don't know what caused all this, but what kept happening was I kept waking up. Like this thing about the kid who was writing their name. They were trying to pass this bottle of liqueur that I had off as like a gift to them from me, because like nobody else was there and who would know. I got sort of upset by this, and wasn't exactly a fight ensued, but they were holding on to this, and you know they didn't really speak, but they sort of insinuated that nobody would know that it wasn't theirs because nobody else was there. And so I wondered, in dream logic, you know, whether there would be CCTV or something. It was really stupid. I think it was more, what I remember was being annoyed at the principle of the thing more than the value, because it didn't really matter itself. Anyways, but what I was going to say is, after this, and I don't know what prompted it, um, the dream kind of kept resetting, and I kept waking up disoriented. Um, like one of what I think immediately happened afterwards. Oh god, and I'm gonna keep remembering stuff through the day. Maybe I'll add some more to the video or something. Um, what I remembered immediately after the liqueur thing was, oh, walking to this school along kind of a shade. It was a sunny day, shaded pathway, wooded. There were a few other people around, kind of walking the wrong way, and they all looked stoned basically and were smoking and stuff. Uh, they were all having a jolly good time. um, and someone were walking alongside me, and I was just trying to keep to myself, and then I kind of realized, I began to realize that I was in the wrong place. Again, it's another recurring theme in a lot of my dreams, which I'm sure a lot of people sort of have. Um, Like there were these events going on in the fields which I had no idea about and no business with. Um, okay, so the last third of this dream, but just before I woke up, was actually one of those annoying. I woke up and then I thought I'd woken up, but I hadn't. I dreamed I'd woken up out of this series of dreams. Okay, I just remembered another two threads, I think. Um, but anyway, I dreamed I'd woken up and that I got out of bed and I saw that the front door was ajar. Um, and so I went. Oh, I'm not sure if. I think I'm remembering like two different parts at the same time. Or possibly they were simultaneous dreams because, like, not all the narratives in the dreams often get sort of muddled anyway. I found the door ajar, and so I went into the living room, and everything was a mess, and uh, I'd obviously been robbed, and I'd seen like my computer was missing and various other things that sort of had value, and everything was turned upside down. Uh, and I realized this had happened while I was asleep, and that somehow they hadn't disturbed me in my bedroom. So I went out to the front door again, to see if there was any sign that this had happened recently. And then I woke up with a start, like really, and genuinely woke up with a start. Uh, oh wow, there was another brief snippet of a dream where like I woke up realizing that I'd kept waking up in places I wasn't sure why I was there. And there was this kind lady who, it was kind of a library setting, not exactly, but either that or a leisure centre or something. It was quite clean and airy and open, and this lady was talking to me about something that didn't make sense, and I kind of realized what was going on, and I started kind of, began crying, and was trying to tell her how confused I was of what was going on, and she tried to be understanding and calming, but what happened was I sort of laid down on my back, and oh, this is very meta. Everything in the dream kind of fractured into different timelines, and I could see it all sort of spreading out in front of me, all these different realities, uh, including everything I'd experienced. And I could still see this lady sort of above me, sympathetic, but beyond that, I began sort of sinking into the floor and seeing these sort of beehive shapes of snippets of other experiences sort of echoing out into the ether. So that was that was another part of this. There was one small weird one where I'd woken up outside a building that looked like my building but wasn't. It looked like the place where I lived but wasn't. And I wasn't sure what to do, so I just tried walking down the street. But I kept noticing weird things about how, like, there were these people in the back of a car that was parked. There was a big, I guess it was kind of a saloon car, if that's the right word, where there was quite a big rear sort of window, and it was quite, I'm not sure if it was smoke or dirt, but there was only a small patch of window that I could see through, and it had these people sort of staring at me and singing or miming to a song, having fun in a eerie way. And I just I kept my head down and I kept walking. I wasn't sure where I was walking, but I knew I had to try and find something, or try and find somewhere. And as I passed them, similar things kept happening. Like, there were people on the pavement who almost said sidewalk. I've become so Americanized. There were people on the pavement who seemed to be singing or miming the same song. And then I don't know if this is what this dream turned into, but it was kind of similar thematically. I remember oh god, it's so weird. Like, I remember this band, I guess, who were singing about destroying the world and destroying things and being dirty and disrespectful. And what was going on in the world kind of reflected that. Like, I was walking down a hill, and they were sort of crashing. They were there and they weren't there, but they were sort of crashing into cars and causing all this destruction, while someone on the radio sort of commented on it, how what a menace they were to society. Oh, this makes no sense. I feel like there are at least. Oh, that was another thread. Yes. I was going to say, I feel like there are at least two other threads, but I just remembered another one. Um, so this was another case of, I dreamed that I woke up, and it wasn't exactly in my own bed, but it was in something similar-ish. And uh, So it began with uh, like all these dreams of races very similar in terms of themes or something. It began with uh, well, seeing my door open a bit and realizing it was my mother coming in, um, and asking her not to come in. Like I want some privacy, I guess. But she came in anyway. Door fully opened. Then I realized that not only not only was she black, but she had like this full beard, and I was pretty confused by this. And I remember looking at my own skin to see if that was black as well. But no, I was still this pasty white shade you can see. Um, I tried to go along with it and tried to understand it, and tried to sort of ask her questions without being too weird. Um, this full black beard, and it was really impressive. It just added to the strangeness of the whole situation. Mm. Ah, I think it turned out there was a man there as well, but it wasn't exactly my dad. It was more like her husband, and he was black as well. And uh, no, I just have this image of sitting with him, trying to establish reality, uh, and seeing all these. He had no problem. Like he was laid back and easygoing, and was happy to talk about stuff. But I have this image of things sort of switching in and out of existence around us, and it not phasing him, but me being really confused by it. Oh, there's so much more to this, but as usual, it doesn't really stand up to explanation. If you think of any connecting things or other related stuff, maybe I'll maybe I'll add another video or edit it into this one or something. I was totally ready to go back to sleep actually. Doing this has completely woken me up. Anyways, that's all I can remember for this morning. Uh, so that'll be about it for the moment. This is quite a long one anyway. Alright, catch you later.